Okay, we're coming down towards the end, and here we're going to talk about sight. There are other senses such as touch, smell, and taste, which we will not cover, but this gives you a good sense of some of the root words associated with the senses. So the sight, the eyes provide us the sight, as you can see here. And it is involved with many different layers, and it has the ability to protect and lubricate itself through the lacrimal glands and also the meibomian glands. So here is your lacrimal glands that provide tears, and it flows into the lacrimal duct. The reason why a lot of times when you cry, you also sniffle, because those tears are going into your nasal cavity. As you can see here, you have a picture of the eye, you have the cornea, you have the iris, the lens, and then you have the vitreal fluids, then the optic nerve, which goes into the brain, which provides sight. And some of the key terms associated with sight is ambly, dim, dull, blephare, dealing with eyelid, conjunctive, conjunctiva, come, cornea, block, gray, like glaucoma, a disease of the eye, increased pressure of the eye, irid or iris. We just talked about the lacrimal duct, so lacrium, pteroduct, oculomotor muscle, muscle of the eye, and will help move the eye. And eye, ophthalm, eye, thalamus, person who works with the eye. Opia, vision. Optic, like optic nerve, pertaining to the eye. Eye vision, retina, stigma pointed. Okay, and here's a video associated with the senses. We're going to move into this particular segment dealing with drug classifications. And when we talk about the drug classification, the same system used to interpret medical science terminology can be used to interpret drug classification names. For example, we talked about earlier on penicillin. Remember Alexander Fleming, 1928. See botulinum, ciprofloxacin are used for the treatment of bacterial infections. So they are grouped into a class called anti-infective. So you have many different types of classes of drug. One, anti-anginal, that will deal with angina associated with the heart. Anticoagulants will thin out the blood. Anticonvulsants used for neurological conditions, preventing seizures. Antidepressants, again, helping with depression. Antidiarrheal, preventing diarrhea. That's coming from the colon area. Antiemetics that will prevent vomiting. Antihistamines, such as in Benadryl, prevention of allergies. Hyperlipidemia, increased lipids, can be a very dangerous condition within the body. And so you want to decrease those levels associated sometimes with hypertension. Here, antihypertensive, many drugs that decrease blood pressure. Anti-infective, helping with bacterial infection. Anti-inflammatory. Aspirin is not only pain, but anti-inflammatory drugs. Antipyretics, dealing with the kidneys. Okay. Antispasmodics, dealing with spasms that may occur, and antitussive, prevention of cough. And so basically, there are many drugs that will prevent a physiological process that is causing challenges. So analgesic, again, we look at the prefix, the root word, and the suffix here pertaining to pain without pain. So analgesic pertaining to pain without pain will decrease pain. We talked about this word a little bit earlier. Hypoglycemic will reduce blood sugar levels. Hypo meaning lower, like meaning sugar, and emic dealing with blood. Here, hypolipidemic, again, dealing with reduced levels of lipid levels in the blood. There's my root word, there's my prefix, there's my suffix. And spermicidal, sometimes used in reproductive control that kills sperm. All right. One of the things that you will find when you're working within the pharmacy is that there are really different abbreviations. And these abbreviations are very important in that it allows for a shorthand, decrease in the amount of text that's being used, and they can be very, very helpful. So you have ADD, attention deficit disorder, blood pressure, which is BP, congestive heart failure, which is CHF, enteric coated that you find in many medicines, especially aspirin, is EC, and then FH, which is associated with family history. Okay, and so you should also note key concepts, do the self-test and review. But before we end, I want to go back all the way back to the beginning, and let's look at some of the questions associated with think it through. Okay, so how are parts of medical terms combined? Well, there are different ways. One, you have a combination of the root word, the prefix that goes before the root word, suffix that goes after the root word, or the combination vowel, which is usually an O. Using medical abbreviation can save space on written documentation and can make communications with others faster. So what is the major drawback dealing with medical abbreviations? So that even though it's very helpful in terms of saving space, sometimes abbreviation may mean more than one thing, and so that can be somewhat challenging. So you have to be within the context of what is being talked about, and that will give you some indication of what that particular abbreviation stands for. And the system of learning medical terms associated with an organ system is often used to teach medical terminology. What is the advantage of the approach? And the advantage of that particular approach is that it helps you to remember because it is in the context of a particular structure. So there are names for structures and parts of the organs that form the root word and used in medical terminologies. These names have to be learned. They can be applied to understand and construct words. And again, the best way of doing that is in the context of a particular system allows you to remember it better. Okay, this concludes this particular talk on chapter 4, dealing with medical terminology. Thank you.